In the previous lesson, we learned how we can recall the data that we have from the table to be shown to us as a result after executing a query. And we learned how we can execute or extract or retrieve the data, all the columns using the asterisk. It means all the data. Or we can just specify or have certain columns to be shown to us. As we said, as we wrote here, select customer, sales, and ID. The query goes to the database and then retrieve or recall the certain or the mentioned columns like customer, sales, and ID. But here we have a problem. The problem here is that the ID here is not really obvious. We know it is customer ID because we only have one table, but in the real life, in the real work, that we'll have multiple tables in the database. So when we have ID like this, we don't really know, is it like customer ID or employee ID or even order ID? So we need to have a way that when it is shown to us, we understand that this is the customer ID or this is the employee ID. So we can do this using aliasing. Aliasing means that we put a name for the column instead of just the default name or the name that we have in the database. So here we have select ID. So I don't want it to be shown to me as ID. I want it to be shown to me as customer ID. So here I'll just delete, just remove the comma, and then right after it as. So select ID as, then I write the name that I wanted to be shown to me in the result. So I'll say select ID as customer ID. Then I should write the comma after it. So select ID as customer ID. So when I execute this query, what will be shown to me is not just ID, it will be customer ID as the name of the column. Let's apply it here in the VS Code. So here we don't want it to be ID customer. We can write select ID as the keyword, then I write the name that I want, customer ID. I finished, Control E, Control E. So we have here, instead of just having ID, now I have customer ID. And why I have this result? Because I used aliasing as, and then customer ID. So this is what it will be shown to. So let's just write ID to see the result to make it obvious. So we have ID as customer ID, and we have also ID without any aliasing. So this is aliasing, and this is what we have in the table. So aliasing is just how it will be shown to me. It doesn't change anything inside the database. So we can do the same thing here. We can do it for anyone. For example, the customer, I can say as, and then I can write, for example, customer name. Like customer and then name. And what will be shown to me is the customer name. Let's do it again here. So here I can write customer as, then I write the aliasing that I want, customer name. Control E, Control E. We have the result. We have customer ID and we have also customer name. But here in this way, we have some issues that we'll have. For example, when I want to have like a space, customer and then space. Wait, I have spelling here, customer. Okay, customer and then I have space between them. So when I say Control E, Control A, we have an issue. It says that there is a syntax error. There is a problem with the name or near the name here because it doesn't understand that it is one name. It considers it as two. So this causes an error. To solve this problem, if I want to give a name with a space inside, I need to use double quotes. I write the aliasing between double quotes. So here I need to write customer as, and then I write the aliasing inside double quotes. Control E, Control E. So we have here the result, and we have here a space between them. And also this can work, especially if we want to have like capitalization in the name. Because here, even if I write like ID capital, customer ID capital, and Control E, Control E, we see that the result will be always small. Because in this way, it doesn't understand that it is capital or small. It just take the letters and show them as small. So if I want to make it like capital, I need to put it between two quotations, double quotations. Then Control E, Control A, the result will be capitalized. So if we want to have space or capitalization in the name, we need to use double quotes surrounding the aliasing. Okay. The other way that we can use aliasing, the first way is using the keyword as, the second way is using just a space. So we can say customer, select ID, customer, space, and then the name that we want. So let's apply it here. So instead of as, let's just delete as and make it just a space. Control E, Control A. So we have the same result. It is going to be the same thing. Let's do it again with the countries. So select country, space, and then customer country, customer country. Control E, Control E. So we have the result is working. So it is either writing as between the column and the alias, or just write space. It is better to use as because it make it obvious for us that this is like aliasing. It is not like two columns or something. But also we can use it as space. Doesn't matter. Okay. So this is how we can apply aliasing to the columns that we have. And also remember always that the aliasing is just how it is shown to us. It doesn't change anything inside the table or inside the data set.